This conference will now be recorded.
Guys, in case of any doubt, please use the chat box. And now we are starting. The topic for today's class is cubes. Also, guys, please understand that cubes are very important for logical reasoning. Like there may be a lot of questions on cubes. So in this class, we will be covering very basic things about cubes. And in upcoming classes, we will be covering detailed concepts of cubes. Okay, so basically there is a cube like this. You can see that we all of us have dice at our home. So that is a cube. My drawing is not that good, but I made it. Okay, so cube has 6 faces. In I think everyone is sitting in a room. So room is a cuboid or a cube. So you can see that there are 6 faces in that room. The first, second one in the behind, third one, the right one, and fourth, the left one, and fifth, the upper one, and sixth is the bottom one. So there are 6 faces in a cube. It is very simple. You can consider a room in which you are sitting. Okay, so there are 12 edges. 12 edges. What I mean, edges are, this is an edge, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So there are 12 lines. You can say edges. Is it clear to everyone? Yes, and it has 8 corners, or what you can say, vertex. Vertex. So there are 8 vertices. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth. Is it clear to everyone? This is very simple. Any doubt? Okay, this is really simple. So there are 6 faces, 12 edges, and 8 corners, or you can say vertices. Okay, so this is written here. Guys, let me make you understand one thing. If there is a cube like this, uh, let me make it properly. Okay, so there is a cube, right? What I want you to do is cut it in 2 pieces. Can we cut it in 2 pieces? Yes, no? Yes, we can do it. How can we do it? We just have to cut it like this. So there are 3 axes. There are 3 axes: x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. And z-axis. So if we cut this cube by x-axis, along by x-axis, so there will be 2 parts of this cube. And if I have to get 4 pieces, what I can do, I can make one more cut like this. Is it possible? So there will be 4 pieces. Is it clear to everyone? No, Andula, you didn't miss anything. Don't worry. Yes, Nimish, each part will be cuboid then. So there won't be any problem as such, because the point is to cut this cube into pieces. Is it clear? Yes, no? So the resultant should be a cube or a cuboid. You cannot do it like we have to cut it from here. We cannot do it. I am just telling you that there should be a cube or cuboid. to get it in two pieces, we have to make a cut. Okay, guys, so there is a cube. Please tell me if I have to make cuts along with x-axis and I have to divide it in three pieces. How many cuts do I have to make? Yes, there are three axes. Axis first, you can see x, this you can see y, and this you can see z. Let me write it as x, y, and z. Okay, so guys, please try to understand. Let me rub the screen first, and then I'll explain. Okay, this can be x, this can be z, and this can be y. Right. So what I can do is, if I have to make two cuts along x-axis, and how many pieces will be there? This will be one cut. This will be two cut. Second cut. Two cuts are there. So how many pieces are there? First piece, second piece, and third piece. That means I made two cuts along an axis and I got three pieces. Right. So if I make three cuts, how many pieces are there? Four. One, two, three, four. Three cuts, four pieces. Is it clear? And if I make four cuts, how many pieces will be there? Five. One, two, three, four, five. Four cuts and five pieces. So what is happening here? I'm making x cuts along x-axis and number of pieces are x plus 1. Is it clear to everyone? Two cuts, three pieces, three cuts, four pieces, four cuts, five pieces. That means number of cuts is x and number of pieces will be x plus 1. So n cuts will give us n plus 1 pieces. Is it clear to everyone? Okay. So I think this is clear to everyone. Let me tell you another thing. Okay, this is x-axis, this is y-axis, and this is z-axis. So if I make one cut along x-axis and another cut along y-axis, how many pieces are there? How many pieces are there? Four. Very good. How can we do it? Like, so x cut, that is one cut, will give us two pieces along x-axis, and one cut along y-axis will give us two pieces. The number of pieces will be 2 multiplied by 2, which is 4. Is it clear? How can I do it? Using the formula 1 plus 1, that is one cut and one extra piece, right? Multiplied by 1 plus 1. So it will be 4. That makes it. So if I make another cut along z-axis, so how many pieces will be there? Yes, Moindula, don't worry, I'll explain everything again. So if I make another cut along x-axis, how many pieces will be there? Yes, guys, there will be 8 pieces. Let me tell you how. So what you can do is you can just assume your room, like there is a room which is in cube or cubical shape. So what you can do is you can assume that there are certain cuts and you can count the number of pieces. So there will be a generalized formula which says x plus 1 multiplied by y plus 1 multiplied by z plus 1. And this is number of cuts. Let me explain it again to you. Okay, so if I made two cuts along x-axis, there will be three pieces, right? 1, 2, and 3. If I make one cut along y-axis, how many pieces will be there? That is x plus 1 multiplied by y plus 1. So I told you that there is a formula. Number of pieces will be x plus 1 multiplied by y plus 1 multiplied by z plus 1. Okay, so let us assume. What is the value of x? 1 and 2. There are two cuts. So if I put the value here, it will be 2 plus 1. And what is the value of y? It is 1. So what will be the value? 1 plus 1. And z is 0, as I have not made any cut along z axis. So it will be 0 plus 1. So now I have to solve it. 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1. It will be 6. So I can also count that there are 6 pieces. The first one, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, and sixth one. So there will be 6 pieces. Okay, if I make another cut along y-axis, how many pieces will be there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 and 9. How can I do it? I just have to put the value. So I will just change the value of y. It will be 2. 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 1 will give you 9. 3 into 1 will give you 9 cuts. Is it clear to everyone? Any doubt? Say yes or no. If you have any doubt, please ask. I'm giving you some time. Okay, so here, this was the first slide I told you. Okay, how we can cut the z-axis? Right. So what we can do is, I can make a cut like this. Guys, let me rub it first. Okay. Is it clear to everyone? This is x, this is y, this is z. Okay, so let me explain this to you. Along x-axis, how will I cut? This will be my first cut. Guys, I'm really sorry for my bad drawing skills. Okay, so this will be first cut along x-axis. This will be the second cut. Amintula, this was all what I discussed. Number of faces, number of edges, and number of corners. That is very simple. Don't worry about it. I'll explain it again. Just try to focus here. Okay, so basically I told you that these are cuts along x-axis. Is it clear? 1 and 2. If I have to make cut along y-axis, what I do is I will cut it like this. First, second, 2 cuts along y-axis. Now I have to make cuts along z-axis. Guys, please try to assume there will be a cut like this. There will be a cut like this. Yes. Is it clear to everyone? So we can make more cuts. This is how we can make more cuts. So I think it is clear to everyone. Okay. So here you can see this can be called as face. This is vertex and this is edge. This is an edge. I think it is clear to everyone. Okay. So here the cuts are like this. This will be a cut. This is a cut. I have explained it, right? Okay. So the number of cubes will get x plus 1, y plus 1, and z plus 1. Is it clear? Any doubt? Okay. Okay, so now we have to consider a case where minimum number of pieces with a given total number of cuts. Okay. So guys, what was the, let me tell you what I have to find out. Okay, so as I told you that if I have to see, if I make one cut, I'll get it in 2 pieces. Is it clear? Yes. So if I make it 2 cuts, I'll get 3 pieces. If I get 3 cards, I'll get 4 pieces. So what I have done is I have made all the cards along one axis, which is x-axis. Now, so using these 3 cards, how many pieces maximum can I get? How many maximum pieces can I get by making 3 cards? Uh, Guys, please give your answers. How many maximum pieces can I get by making 3 cards? Yes, Sonam, on any axis. Very good, everyone. So a lot of you have given 4 and some of you are giving 8. Guys, please try to understand that if this is a cube, if I have to make, the question was, I have to make 3 cuts. I've not said anything like I have to make cuts along one axis. What I can do is I'll cut it like this, one cut. This will be the one cut, and this will be, sorry, this will be the second cut, and this will be the third cut. Can you please count the number of pieces? It will be 8. How can I do it? I will make one cut along x-axis. So let me rub this screen for you. Please try to understand. One cut like this, 2 pieces. One cut will be like this, 4 pieces, and the third cut will be like this. How many pieces are there? Now I have made only 3 cuts in this cube, and I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 pieces. This is the maximum what I can get. Okay, so if I have to get the minimum cuts, minimum number of cuts, what I can do is, sorry, minimum number of cubes, what I can do is, I will make all the cuts along one axis. 1, 2, and 3. So if I have made all the cuts along one axis, which is x-axis, there will be 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. Is it clear? Okay, so now let's read the data which is given. So when we are given total number of cards, the cuts can be made in any axis. Say if we make total 12 cards, all 12 can be in x-axis, or 6 in x, or 6 in y, etc. There will be multiple cases. What I can do is 4, 4, 4. I can do 2, 2, 8. I can do. So there will be a lot of options. So what I can do is, for a given number of cards, we can have a number of combinations. I told you that there will be a lot of options, a lot of combinations are there. We get the minimum number of pieces when we place all the cards in the same axis. So I told you that if I make all the cards in the same axis, there will be the minimum number of pieces. In this example, I told you that if I make all the cards in x axis, so there will be 4 pieces, and if I make all the cuts and divide them like x-axis, there will be 1 cut, and y-axis there will be 1 cut, and z-axis there will be 1 cut. So it will be, there will be 8 pieces, right? Okay, so all the combinations will result in 30, more than 13 pieces. So this is the minimum possible value of the pieces when I cut in a same axis. Is it clear to everyone? Any doubt? So this was like minimum number of pieces. To get minimum number of pieces, I have to make cuts. Okay, okay. So I'll explain it again. I'll explain it. Okay, Rahul. So the question was, I have to make 3 cuts. I have to make 3 cuts. What is the minimum number of pieces? Minimum number of pieces I can get. Okay, so I have one option which is like if I make all the cuts, all the 3 cuts in one axis. So the first cut is this, second is this, and third is this. When I have made all the cuts in one axis, I got 4 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pieces, right? I have noted down here. I have noted it down. Now what I do is if I make one cut like this, second cut like this, and third cut like this. So if I make 3 cuts, then there will be 8 cubes. First, second, third, fourth, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is it clear? So I told you when I made all the cuts along one axis, there were 4 cubes, 4 pieces. And when I make all the cuts and I divide them equally, there will be maximum number of pieces. I think it is clear to everyone. Okay, so now I told you that maximum number of pieces with a given total number of cuts can be done like this. So there is an example. If we divide 12 cuts equally among the 3 axes, we get 4 cuts in each axis, resulting 4 plus 1, 4 plus 1, 4 plus 1, that is 125 pieces. How can I get 4 plus 1? Let me tell you. Okay, so let us observe. I told you that by making one cut, I get 2 pieces. By making 2 cuts, I get 3 pieces. By making 3 cuts, I get 4 pieces. By getting 4 cuts, I get 5 pieces. First, second, third, fourth, 5. If I do it in this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 25 pieces now. You can see. Similarly, if I make cuts along this axis, and I do it like this, so there will be 125 pieces. Is it clear? Because 4 cuts will give you 4 plus 1. 4 cuts along y direction will give you 4 plus 1, and in z direction it will give you 4 plus 1. Total is 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5, which is 125. I think it is clear to everyone. Okay, so if we divide 12 cuts equally among the 3 axes, we get 4 cuts in each axis, resulting 4 plus 1 multiplied by 4 plus 1 multiplied by 4 plus 1. That is 125 pieces overall. Okay, so now, but what if the total number of cuts cannot be divided equally? So, okay, what I have done here is I have done 12 is divided into 3 parts, 4, 4, 4. What if I don't divide them in equal number? So what will be there? Let's say if I can take another example, which is 14. So 14 cannot be divided into 3 parts equally, right? So because it is not divisible by 3. So what I can do here is I have to do 5, 5, 5 to get the maximum number of parts. How do I decide this? The difference between these numbers should be minimum. Is it clear to everyone? The difference should be minimum to get the maximum number of pieces. So any other combination of numbers will result in a lower number of pieces. If we analyze, we see that in case of equal cuts, the difference between the number is 0. Okay, so let me tell you how. How do I know that the difference should be minimum to get the maximum pieces? Okay, let's consider 12. So what is the difference here? It is 0. What is the difference here? It is 0. So this is the minimum difference that gives as the maximum number of pieces, which is 125. If the difference is 0, that is minimum, so the maximum number of pieces will be 125 in the case of 12 cards. If I do it like this, 11 in one direction, 1 in one direction, and 0 in third direction, what will be the number of pieces? 12 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1. Is it clear to everyone? How do I do it? 11 plus 1, 1 plus 1, 0 plus 1. As there was a formula, x plus 1, y plus 1, and z plus 1. So in this case, I have got that 24 number of pieces are there. But by making 12 cards, I can get 125 pieces overall. But when I made 11 in one direction and 1 in another direction, there will be 24 pieces only. So this is the difference. Okay, yes. So what you can do here is 6 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 5. Yes, Pratham, very good. It will be 180 pieces. This is the maximum. If you have to make 14 cards, so 180 pieces are the maximum which you can get. You cannot get more pieces than this. Yes, Oinvilla, you have to divide 13 like 5, 4, and 4. That will give you the maximum number of pieces. That is 6 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5. How can I get this number? 5 plus 1, 5, 4 plus 1, and 4 plus 1. That will give you 150. Yes, for minimum pieces, you have to maximize the difference. Very good. Okay, so by 12 cuts, how can I get the minimum pieces? Let me tell you how. 12 cuts are there. If I make all the 12 cuts in one direction, what will be the case? 12, 0, 0. 12 cuts in x direction, 0 in y, and 0 in z. So this is the maximum difference. Here is the maximum difference, which is 12. Is it clear? So the number of pieces will be 12 plus 1, 13, 0 plus 1, 1, 0 plus 1, 1. I have to multiply this and it will give you 13 pieces. I told you that in one direction, if you make n cuts, the number of pieces will be n plus 1. So similarly, if I make 12 cuts, n plus 1 will be 13. Is it clear to everyone? Any doubt till now? Guys, I have given you some time. Take your time. Note it down if you want to. Also, you'll be getting the recording. Don't worry. So if you have any doubt, please feel free to ask. Any number you can give. Any number you can assume. This is very easy. You just have to understand what is given. No doubts? Should we move ahead? Okay, so I told you that number of cards from total number of pieces given. Okay, now what we have done, we had to find out maximum number of pieces here. Pieces and number of cards are given. Now, number of cards you have to find out and pieces are given. Initially, number of cards were given and you had to find out pieces. But now pieces are given, you have to find out number of cards. This is a reasoning class, guys. Please pay attention. I think a lot of you got confused. You were thinking 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube. We will be conducting a class on this. Is it? Guys, please tell me if you were thinking like this. Yes, no? Okay, okay, okay. So there should not be any confusion like, is this? Yes, this is LR. Very good. Okay. So now we have to find out number of cards from total number of pieces given. I hope you have read all the details which are written on the page. Okay, so this says the question can also mention the total number of pieces. Please note it down. It can be mentioned that what is the total number of pieces formed after a certain number of cards. We need to find the number of cards in different axes based upon the requirement of the question. Is it clear to everyone? This paragraph? Okay. Suppose a cube is cut into 10 pieces. So there are 10 pieces of a cube. Now, as we have studied that x plus 1 multiplied by y plus 1 multiplied by z plus 1 will give you number of pieces, which is given to be 10. Okay, so now x plus y and x plus 1, y plus 1 and z plus 1. What values can it take? X plus 1, y plus 1, it can be 1, 1, 10, 1, 2, 5. Is there any other possibility? Guys, is there any other possibility? No. Okay, so in this case, if I consider this case, what will be the number of cards? This is 0 plus 1, this is 0 plus 1, this is 9 plus 1. Yes, no? Okay, so the number of cards here, number of cards will be 9. You can see x plus 1, y plus 1, z plus 1. So number of cards will be 9. Is it clear? So by making 9 cards along one axis, we can get 10 pieces. Yes, no? Is it clear? Any doubt? Yes, Saloni. So your question is why can't there be more possibilities? Let me tell you why. So what you have to do is the whole idea is to divide 10 in three numbers where I can obtain 10 by multiplying those numbers. So this is one possibility. This is second possibility. Do you have any other possibility? Yes, Vishnu, this will work. 9 plus 1, 0 plus 1, 0 plus 1. That won't make any change because cube is similar from all the sides. What I can do is I can do this like this is also I can do. There won't be any problem if I change the axis because cube is similar from all the axes. There is no fixed thing. You can consider this to be x, you can consider this to be y, you can consider this to be z. If I see it from this side, it will be looking the same. If I see it from this side, it will be the same. Okay, so in this case, what will be the number of pieces, number of cards? Sorry, number of pieces is 10. What will be the number of cards? This can be like 0 plus 1, 1 plus 1, and 4 plus 1. So number of cards will be 1 plus 4, 5. No Harsh, 10 is the number of pieces. Cards will be 5. So you have to. Is it clear to everyone? Any doubt till now? Okay, so guys, I told you that if I make one cut like this, second cut like this, I got 1, 2, 3. Cut like this, I got 4 pieces, right? Yes, Saloni, it can be 1 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 2. It can be 2 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 1. It can be 1 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 5. Because a cube can be looked at from this direction or this direction or this direction. It will be the same. If you consider a cube, it will be the same from all the sides. Is it clear? Okay, so here I have made 3 cuts, first, second, and third. And there are 4 pieces. So let me explain this again to you. The first cut is like this, and second cut is like this, and third cut is like this. How many pieces are there? How many pieces are there? 6. Very good, very good. So what I have done here is x plus 1, y plus 1, z plus 1. In this case, x is 3, y is 0, and z is 0. So it will be like this, 0 plus 1 and 0 plus 1. So this is 4 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 1. It will give you 4 pieces. I can easily count 1, 2, 3, 4. Now in this case, first piece will be this, second this, third this, fourth will be this, the back side of this piece. Fifth will be this, and sixth will be this. Also, I can use the formula. The formula was x plus 1, y plus 1, z plus 1. Okay, the value of x is 2 plus 1. X plus 1 will be 2 plus 1. Y is 1 plus 1, and z is 0 plus 1. So it will be 3 multiplied by 2, that is 6. Okay, so what I do is, uh, let me rub this. Guys, please wait. Okay, so I have made one cut along this axis, one along this, and third along this. How many pieces are there? How many pieces are there? 8. Yes. The formula was x plus 1, y plus 1, z plus 1. 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1. That is 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2, which is 8. Right. So now, guys, we have observed that number of cuts here are 3, 0, and 0. Right. So the difference is maximum, that is 3. That gives us the least number of pieces. And now in this case, the difference is minimum, which is 0. This will give us maximum number of pieces. Is it clear? When the difference is maximum, the number of pieces are minimum. In this case, the difference is 1 and 1. So this is not the maximum nor the minimum. So the number of pieces is in between the minimum and the maximum. I think it is clear to everyone. Any doubt? Guys, some of you are being very cool. You are typing yo. Okay, yes, Sarthak. Okay, so jokes apart, that was all. Guys, I want you to practice a lot of questions on this. Now I have explained everything related to the number of cuts and number of pieces to you. I think a lot of you will be facing a lot of doubts after this class, because now someone is explaining, you can easily correlate, right? You can easily relate with my points. But when you try to do it by yourself, you will be facing a lot of problems. So please note that problems and ask your questions in the groups in which you are added. We are always available for you. So that was all for this session. Let me show you all the slides again, so that Supriya, don't worry, you will be getting the recording of this lecture. So guys, let me drop all the screens and you can just do a quick revision. 6 faces, you can easily count. 12 edges, 8 corners. You can also say vertices. This is the same thing, number of cuts, x plus y, x plus 1, y plus 1, and z plus 1. This is minimum number of pieces. Let me drop the screen. Minimum number of pieces you have to find when total number of cuts are given. So this was an example. Here again, have a good night, guys. In case of any doubt, feel free to ask. There will be more sessions on cubes. I will be telling you a lot of things like painting of cubes is remaining. So there are a lot of questions like one face painted, two faces painted, three faces painted. There will be a lot of questions like this, and I'll be covering all of them. Don't worry. So that was all for this session. Okay, so then that's good if you can understand this topic now. Yes, yes, yes. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much for joining this session. I hope this was helpful. Stay tuned for next.